Yeah, because you all have a blended family.
Yes.
And I want you, before you leave, because I want you to give our audience just a few lessons, right?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I want you to give them the lessons of what that resurgence in your faith taught you,
Mm-hmm.
but then what you've learned about yourself on this journey of motherhood and
Mm-hmm.
evolution as an artist as well.
Yeah. You know what? Going through that, I think it was necessary. It was necessary for me to see those broken places within my spiritual walk with Christ. Because I know everybody, we want to live on the mountain. We just, everything is good on the mountain, but what's true is that we don't pray as much on the mountain.
Yeah.
We don't seek the face of God as much on the mountain.
We on our knees in the valley.
In the valley.
We face down in the valley.
Yes. And God is like, I need you to go through these valley seasons
Yeah.
so that it'll sharpen your walk with me.
Yeah.
I realized in that season, these are the areas where Tasha needs to work on Tasha, And then don't even mention having the kids, because really kids are like mirrors. You are looking at yourself from Asher to Alana. There is something about me that I had to sharpen in me, looking in the face of every one of my children.
Yeah.
And so you talk about having kids, and all parents will tell you,
Yeah.
Most of the things that you're going to fuss at them about and hammer down, it's something within you.
Yeah. I be looking at my sister, I be like, you can't even argue with me. You can't even say nothing because he's your child. Like
he is you.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So for me, I think that the Bible talks about out of the mouth of babes, we listen to our children. We listen to them. We had. I love to share this about blended families, because though our family, we get along very well, we have a well-oiled unit going on here. So a few months ago, though, our children called a family meeting. And they had an opportunity to share, like, here are some things that y'all are doing. It doesn't feel good. Here are some things that we would like to see, some changes that we would like to see. And one thing I love about my husband, that he's even taught me about parenting, is that he doesn't immediately get on the defense to try to defend us. And those some things that they're seeing, maybe through the lens of an 18-year-old or through the lens of a 13-year-old, we go to God first on how to address it.
Yeah.
And we are honest with ourselves. Like, how much of this is true? And how much of this can we tweak to make it better? I don't ever want it to be like, even when I do podcasts, when I write the book, and I even promised our children this, I won't, I'm not going to gaslight. There are some moments where our family we have to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, here's some things that may have worked 5 years ago from you guys, but you guys are older now.
Yeah.
And there's some tweaks that we have to make.
Yeah.
I feel like for anybody that's listening, be honest with yourself and hear your children out. Yeah, hear the truth, and there may be a little fluff there. It might be a little bit of selfishness where they're like, "Hey, I want more time," and and be honest with yourself and be honest with them. I might not have more time to give right now, but this is what I can do.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about the 5 years of things that you might have to change, even with the children. As we begin to close out, though, what's been the thing that you've had to change as an artist, as a worship leader, as a pastor? How have you evolved in that way?
You know what? And I have to go back. It's personal. Like, there are I noticed that when I change, things around me start to change.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So there were some things about, okay, let's talk about pastoring. Pastoring requires, it requires you personally giving a lot of yourself, being intimate and close with people. Well, let's contrast that up against Tasha the artist. Because artistry and platform and influence, it calls for you to pull away from people. So I was used to going out, doing concerts, traveling, doing tours, going back to my house, and you live this private life. But pastoring now, now you got to pull people in. That's a hard
You're
place
shepherding.
for me. Yes, because for so many years it was like, I led you in worship. Now y'all go back to your houses and I'm going to go back to mine. You don't get to do that in pastoring. You have to love people and you have to love them close. And some of them may leave and you still have to love them close. That's a new place for me. It's a new place for me, and I'm sharpening myself as an individual now. That, Tasha, you got to find a way to pull these walls down and let people in. Because your career has allowed you to build walls, but now you're in an intimate space with people where you represent Christ in their lives, and you don't need that distance.
Yeah, you don't need the distance. Yeah.
That's tough.
Is there something that you realize that you have to distance yourself from in this season of your life?
this season of my life, I have, I won't say distance. I've had to draw closer to Tasha the mom, Tasha the wife. And that means sometimes I have to say no to Tasha the artist. Where it's calling, I can get calls every week, go here and there and everywhere. I was at an event and Oprah was the speaker, and she got up and said something that changed my life, especially now that I'm 43 going on 44. Yeah. She said, she sat down and she said, I'm here because I want to be. She said, at this stage in life, I go places because I want to be there. There was a season where I felt like I had to be there and I have to go and I gotta travel. And now I'm in this place where it's, I go where God is calling me and the places where I want to be.
Yeah, where you want to be.
And I want to be home. I want to be with Asher. I want to be with my kids, you know, and I feel like they deserve that right now. And I can tell that they're enjoying it.
Yeah. As we close out, one word you're committed to in this season of your life.
Peace.
Why?
Because there were so many years that I didn't have it, and it was because of my actions.
Ooh.
I lived in a place where it was go, 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 work, 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 work. Don't live in the moment. I was always the next one, sending out an email. I could be, people who have to, my therapist told me this, and I know we got to go. She told me, she said, make your family make you be present. And to this day, they do that. Like,
make
my
your
husband,
family make you be present.
He will stop me and say, do you have a headache right now? I have arthritis in my feet. He'll say, are your feet hurting? It grounds me. Because I never celebrated awards. I never celebrated, an album doing this. I never celebrated mountains. I never even stopped to embrace a valley moment. I was just always going. And in that lifestyle, you forfeit peace because you're always so busy.
Yeah.
Now I prioritize peace.
Tasha Cobbs Leonard, it was a pleasure for you to sit down with me today. Vault and Power Talks, another good one for the books. Be sure to share this with someone who needs a little more peace and clarity in their lives. We could all use it. Until next time, you guys, I'm your girl, Brandy Harvey. Eat well, give a damn, move your body every single day. Peace. If that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vault and Powers Talks.